Hi, sisters. I'm a father of two, and I've recently realized that my 12-year-old son gets angry a lot. When I send him to do something for me, he hisses, he sighs, he bangs the door, doesn't even wait for my instructions before he runs the errand. We haven't lost a relative or anything, so I'm struggling to understand why he gets angry easily. Please help. Okay. Livy, let me come to you. You have children in that age you were talking about just at the beginning of the show.
Yes, Keziah is 11, she'll be turning 12 next year, January. And it's hormonal.
Is it?
It can be hormonal because they're at a stage whereby, well, you know, she's like, there's all these hormones raging in her. She doesn't know what's happening to her. She's growing. And she does become really irritated. And then at home and Zephaniah, her little brother, she's like, don't look on my phone. Why are you in my space? Why are you in my business? And we all say, Keziah is having her attitude moment. And then we sit her down and we have that conversation with her. We ask her, Keziah, why are you upset? Like half the time when they react like that, it's because they're either frustrated about something, they're either sad about something, or they're irritated about something, or something is really bothering them. So as parents, it's on us, or the onslaught on us, to be patient, to be tolerant, to have constant conversations with them, try and find out where they are at and why they're feeling the way they're feeling, and explain to them that, because there are times when just like that, for no reason, she doesn't, it's not their fault, for no reason, she doesn't know why she's upset, but she's just upset. And it's hormonal. When your period is about to come and you can't, like, she's even upset. The whole thought about having the period just upsets her, even before the month, begins, or, so you need to be patient as parents. You need to create opportunities for lots of dialogue like that. And you also need to stamp your authority as a parent and let them know that this is right, this is wrong. I will not tolerate this attitude from you, banging doors and doing all of that. When I was growing up, my mother used to say, apologize to the door when you bang it. And I do that to my 8-year-old when he bangs the fridge, and it's like, it's not fair. Your mommy did it to you. Why should you do it to me? Yeah, say sorry to the door. But you see, you have to find funny ways of putting your foot down as a parent, but not shouting. In African society, the first thing is, hey, sure, I don't know what's up. Yes, I won't bother. No, relax. They are all trying to figure out, psychologically, emotionally, trying to figure out what's happening. Create opportunities for dialogue, like I said, and opportunities to go out. For him, your son like this, he gets angry very quickly. So something like that, take him out of the house, go for a walk, go for a jog. What does he like? There are different kinds of therapy that you can open up to him. He can get into art. He can, he can dance. He can write, his emotions, how he's feeling. Go for long walks, do the whole man-to-man thing away from the house, and find out from him, I asked you to do this, but you reacted like that. Is there a reason? What's happening? I need to understand. And then once you hear him out, let him also know that as part of growing up, it's important for him to understand responsibility. So him helping out in the house, it's a starting process to teaching him how to be responsible in life. One day he has to be responsible for somebody's children and his own kids. So create opportunities like that. It doesn't always have to be in a tension filled place, an intense place. But take him out. Constant time, patience, love, understanding, teaching, and it will help. It will help. And lots of outdoor activities. I hear music also helps. So if you're a fun kind of daddy, you can put on some music. Hey, what kind of music do you like to listen to? What kind of things do you like to do? So then when times like this happens, they immediately switch to, oh, daddy is the kind of go-to dad when I'm feeling like this. I can reach out to daddy, or perhaps I can reach out to mommy, or mommy and daddy could do it together. But as much as possible, that alone time, it usually helps to help them go through that and let them know that it's normal. But also, we have to also be careful about the fact that sometimes when the anger, you try to do it, manage it, and it doesn't work out immediately, or you don't see any kind of improvement, it has to do sometimes with a bit of mental health as well. So sometimes, so just make sure that You do what you can. If push comes to shove and you need to go for proper therapy and proper psychological help, as much as possible, also go for that, because then you find children who don't know what to do with their anger, and it progresses into gets into all sorts of crazy things. So step by step, monitor more, be more observant, be more tolerating, create opportunities for dialogue, go out as much as possible with him. Some kids are very aggressive. They can channel their aggression into taekwondo, sports, motorcycle, biking, like different things. But as a parent, be there for them.
Okay, I like that. Sabi, what do you have to say?
I think that everything Livy said is spot on. That's definitely something that he needs to look out for. But also what I think from my side, especially if the temper tantrums or whatever it is seems to get worse. What I'm hearing though is obviously that he's having difficulty regulating his emotions, right? And that's okay, he's a child, right? And at that age, they're looking for instant gratification, right? And when children misbehave and you know they're not corrected, then they think they can get away with it. Sometimes it's like really just trying to see how far they can go. But I would like him to look at the following, just to maybe point out a few things that may indicate that he needs help, you know. The first thing is to find out how he's doing at school. Does he have relationships? Is he getting along with friends at school? Are teachers struggling with him? Is he misbehaving at school? You know, so is he having difficulty with your other child? For example, hitting a sibling. You know, so look at that first, because if he's having difficulty maintaining friendships, you know, or is your family being disrupted by this? You know, do you feel like you're walking on eggshells in your own home? Are your daily activities being disrupted because of his anger? You know, that's a very big part, because then it's affecting not just him, but the whole family. You know, it can go to be as bad as if you're having to skip outings because you don't want to deal with such things outside the home. You know, the aggression, you know, kids with anger problems, they tend to lash out, right? And so he might also just be lashing out purely because he doesn't know how to solve the problem. He might be bullied at school. You know, he might not know how to ask for help. So as Livy said, it's very important for you to sit down with him, ask questions, ask what's bothering him, go to the teacher, sit down, just have an idea of what your child's world looks like. Right. And so if those things, from my standpoint, professional standpoint, I would then say definitely need professional help. And he might need help in anger management strategies, right? Because you might not know, he might be facing other things that you don't see. So I would first say definitely do the things that Olivia spoke about as a parent, take him outdoors, get him involved in a sport. But also then check the school, check how he's doing there, look at how his other relationships are with other children, and really just focus on when does he get angry? You know, does he get angry all the time? Is it just when you send him? I think it's just very important to be aware at this point, so that you can be better informed on how to help him.
Right. Okay. Mansa, we're almost out of time, but let me hear your thoughts.
Oh, okay. You know, some of these things are hereditary.
Okay.
So what is the man's temperament like? Or what was his temperament like? Or what was his mom's temperament like? Okay, so some of these genetic traits are sometimes inherited through our parents unknowingly and unconsciously. So knowing who their son is, I believe a lot of talking to him, would be a good starting point. And then, like Olivia, being a parent, I mean, you do a lot of talking to him, find out what his interests are. If it's sports, anything that would take his mind off some of these things, you try and get him involved. And then also, you know, some children, sometimes they are not too confident, okay? And it makes them feel bad about themselves. It makes them frustrated. So talk to them, get to know what gets them angry. For all you know, it's not about you sending him on errands that gets him angry. Get to know what the underlying factors or problems are, and then you deal with them accordingly.
Well said. All right. Well, we will end the show now. It's been a great episode. Ladies, so good to see you again.